Let's go live now. We've got the Shadow Defence Minister Angus Taylor responding to this report out of the US on AUKUS.
First of all, when did the government become aware of the review? Richard Marles has said they were aware, they've been aware of it for some time. We need to know the details of that. We need to know to what extent was the review triggered by Labor's failure to fund defence in this country to the level that the US and other partners think is appropriate. And we've been clear, and we were clear at the last election, that 3% of GDP is necessary to ensure that we don't end up with what ASPI has described as a paper ADF. Was the government's position on sanctioning two Israeli ministers a contributor to triggering the timing or the existence of this review in the first place? What are the terms of reference of the review? What will it cover? Is it actually questioning the existence of AUKUS in the first place, or just the operation of it? We need to understand those details. Is Labor prepared to increase defence funding to support AUKUS if that is one of the outcomes of the review? When will the Prime Minister meet with the President, with President Trump, to discuss this face-to-face? We understood there was a meeting that was going to proceed. That is less clear now. It is hugely important that the Prime Minister meet with the President to discuss this. Finally, what role will we play, Australia play, in this review? Is this one that's being driven unilaterally by the Americans, or indeed are we going to play a role in it? Now, I've been clear in the short time I've been in this role that we need an ADF that is able to deliver, is focused on readiness, not just rhetoric, is agile, is able to respond in a world which, as the Prime Minister has put, is more dangerous than any other time since the Second World War. And we know agility matters more than ever. We've seen that in conflicts around the world. We need an ADF that is able to stand on its own 2 feet, that has sovereign capability and uses that strength as a basis for strong alliances and strong coalitions across the world. We need an ADF that has the people necessary to do the job. And it's clear since Labor has been in power that our ADF is well short on their own goals, on Labor's goals for the number of people we should have in it. We need more than a paper ADF. If AUKUS falls over, we will all pay a heavy price for it. The Coalition stands ready to work with Labor to make sure that AUKUS is a success. It needs to be strong and it needs to be effective, but bipartisanship will not be a shield for inaction. Bipartisanship will not be a shield for inaction. We need an effective AUKUS, we need an effective ADF, we need a strong ability and capability in this country to defend ourselves, as I say, at a time that, as the Prime Minister has put, is more dangerous than any other time since the Second World War. Happy to take questions. We'll start with, if we can start with defence questions, please.
Yes,
then we'll start.
Just on 2 of those points that you made, you talked about questions of if we should boost defence funding if AUKUS kind of falls over or gets decreased. Can I be clear? Is that your view? Should that happen? And secondly,
sorry, just be clear.
You said the question needs to be asked.
Yeah.
If AUKUS falls over or is changed, will we increase defence funding?
Okay.
I want to be clear if that's your view that should happen.
Yep.
And secondly, you talk about this meeting. That's not been confirmed that they will meet on the sidelines of the G7 next week. If that doesn't happen, an actual, is that a concern?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So on the first one, we took to the last election a commitment to raise defence spending to 3% of GDP. I think that's necessary. We think that's necessary. And there's no shortage of areas where there needs to be extra resources. I mean, this is a government that has completely failed to deliver on the northern bases that they committed to. It's a government that has failed to deliver on sovereign missile capability that was promised. It's a government that has failed to deliver on the targets for the number of people we have in the ADF. So it is clear we have a real challenge here. It's also clear from what experts are telling us, like ASPI, that the risk here, if we don't increased defence spending is that AUKUS will cannibalise other parts of the ADF that are necessary, like sustainment. So getting this balance right is hugely important, and that's why we took the position we did to the last election, and that's why I'll continue to prosecute the case for that.
Shadow Defence Minister Angus Taylor there speaking at Parliament House. We'll